all of a sudden, after the whole election, after 2 months, he was already sworn in as governor and everything.
It can't be my
2 months later.
It's from the PDP extraction, and that's the kind of thing that they do. That's why they had overvoting there. But I believe that Labour Party, we are putting standards.
I actually really get his angle. His angle is that. So what happens? To disrupt everything.
To change everything.
But you remember that P2B, you can never win him in the courts.
This is Supreme Court talking about.
Don't worry now.
This is the Supreme Court.
It can't be changed.
There are 3 reasons why I feel like it can't be changed. Let me explain. Like, these people are all shady. They're all coming from parties that are shady. Yeah. There's always a bit of messiness underneath. So there's always somebody that has
the foundation is faulty.
There's always somebody that has something on someone else, and that's where they get them from. So if we bring Labour Party, the people vote. Now, when everybody votes, what is the basis?
The vote will count.
What is the basis for the court
counting? Politicians always have their way.
No, it won't work.
We're not sure they always do.
And no matter what they do, they will expect feedback from Nigerians because they will get that feedback.
Supreme Court is inside Nigeria.
It's inside Nigeria. They will get feedback from Nigerians.
This one is about Oshomole. Naira redesign.
This is not old Nigeria. People were also quiet. In many elections, like that time when IBB was in power, and he will cancel party, he will add party just to avoid democracy. He was doing all of that. That was when Nigerians were quiet. I think he is. Yes, he's the one. And they can just come and turn one thing upside down to suit themselves. But we are not that passive anymore. Are you passive? No, nobody is there anymore. Okay. No, we are not that stupid.
Still talking about the politicians, Oshomole, Naira redesign is senseless. MFL deceived Buhari.
What do you expect?
Wow. Interesting.
Okay, what kind of deceit will you call this? The president is in the right senses as seen.
Is he not?
The policy, and he liked it.
He saw it now.
My own is that why are these guys bent on?
They are pressed.
The extension.
They are so pressed.
February 10 is when? In 3 days' time or 4 days' time?
I think in 3 or 4 days' time. And everybody, like Peter B was on Arise TV, I think it was yesterday, and he was really cool. He was like, yeah, everybody be patient. It's for our good. He's happy. That is a Sabi man. Because why else would something that is aimed at helping Nigeria, when we are on the brink of like a new dawn, politically, be so painful to you? Everybody is crying from APC and PDP. They are all annoyed. What is pressing them?
Yeah. What's interesting for me is that the APC is fighting the APC. Now, this is the former chairman of the party, Adams Oshomole, and former governor of Edo State, now saying that the CBN, now faulting the CBN and saying that Emefiele deceived Buhari.
Like, a man that they all came together to tell us is competent.
Okay.
So then suddenly he's a child that can be deceived. Yeah. That is Buhari now. Like they told us he's competent, the fight against corruption. And then suddenly he's a man that can be
easily deceived
into signing such an impactful policy.
Let's read Peter B's direct comment about this. The currency redesign is not peculiar to Nigeria. It is an exercise that comes with some inconveniences and pain, but it has significant long-term economic and social benefits. Even though there are improvements that can be made, I urge Nigerians to bear with CBN and federal government with the hope that the general populace and Nigeria will harvest the gains that will come with the reforms. Peter be talking.
And there's also been some responses from Peter B on the whole Peter or no Peter. Like Peter, he would deny Jesus. He was on Arise TV, and in an interview he said that, and like Peter, he would also build the church. Build Nigeria the way he built
the most
the church.
recent one is this guy calling him
an actor,
a Nollywood actor.
Erifai. Yeah.
These people will get.
They all want to shine with Peter's name.
They will descend to enemy, like they will go as low as possible.
Exactly.
They would go so low.
Talking about that one, the way Peter Obi just used the response,
because we don't know what is called capital formation
and made a positive remark out of it.
For you to develop,
let's listen to that.
It is a critical thing. Go and read famous economy. Because we don't know what is called capital formation. For you to develop, it is a critical thing. Go and read famous economists. Over the years, capital formation is about saving. If you don't save, you can't form capital. And if you don't have capital, you can't develop. Ruben, I was #1 in MDG, which is the only measure of development. The difference between developed and undeveloped place is education and health. I was #1 in education. I was one of the best in health. I was #1 in pulling in issue of pulling.
Okay, I don't think that's the video that we were expecting. Yeah, but he in the video he was saying that when El-Rufai called him an actor, and then he was like, yes, if he's an actor and in the entertainment industry, that he was going to grow the industry, and that he's calling on his fellow entertainers.
Responded that it's putting down their profession.
They don't need to.
Nigeria has responded that it's putting down their profession.
They don't need to protest.
El-Rufai says you can't score more than 1% in Sokoto, 2% in Atina, maybe 5% in
yeah, you like gossip.
That's all there is, and you should focus on Nollywood.
Well, I thank El-Rufai for what he said. At least he gave me some percentage. You know, so I'm going to work hard to improve those percentage. And he recognized the fact that I'm an actor. And I think part of what is holding this country from development is recognizing those engines that will develop us. One of the most critical places I want to focus is improving our entertainment industry, which includes
Nollywood.
The Nollywood. And now that I'm an acclaimed actor, I'm asking all those who are involved in the entertainment industry, being one of them, to support me so that I can improve their position.
Goodness.
I like that.
I like how he owned that. He owned it.
He's
very witty. He's very witty. Like, I like how he
Don't you just
that.
love this man?
Yes, I
He
like
doesn't
how
want to
he
go
owned that.
dirty.
No.
I love how he owned that. He didn't need to descend into their level.
No, he doesn't.
No.
He has a class.
And the entertainment sector in Nigeria is our biggest export.
Yes.
Won Grammy.
Okay.
Of course, yes.
You know.
A lot is happening.
And we are
A
yet
lot
to
is happening.
identify with that sector. These are just individuals coming together to do productions, do a lot of things, and we are where we are. Imagine government backing that sector.
El-Rufai thinks he shaded him or he insulted him. You don't see him now.
This is one thing I love about Peter Obi. You can never get the man down.
Yes, exactly. His ability to just gracefully handle things is enviable.
Criticism is just what makes him better.
Yes, yes.
I did see a video of the APC Emilokon candidate.
Okay.
And you know, they pitched him beside Peter Obi, where Peter Obi was using statistics to talk about the situation in the economy, and the Emilokon candidate was supposedly using it to mock him. How can you mock someone for having his data right? How is it problematic that he knows this? He's supposed to be
Doctor, a famous doctor,
have the data now. Anyway, we are having that projected.
a famous doctor in Lagos told me that he has found out that all his patients, once they arrive Nigeria from overseas, their blood pressure goes up. And it's a record that he has. If you come to inequality, Nigerian inequality today is the worst. 157/157. We're the worst when it comes, if you look at the Oxfam report. In America, 1% of the richest Americans control 37% of their wealth. In China, the richest 1% control 35% of their wealth. In Indonesia, which I'm going to use for example, they control 47%. In Nigeria, the richest 1% control 85% of the wealth. That that he has found out that all his patients.
You would see the Emiloko candidate mocking. In fact, his intro is it that one? And I feel like somebody needs to call Bola Ahmed Tinubu out for his very disrespectful address of P2B.
Very arrogant.
I don't care how he addresses his PDP or whoever else is okay with it, but it is not okay to disrespectfully address
everybody
your
around
fellow
him
candidate.
them with either 1 naira.
It's wrong. It's unpolitical. It is not democratic at all. So somebody needs to tell him, sorry, sir.
Stock market valuation is less than 200 billion, except Nigeria.
The other one.
It's appalling.
That one.
Before
I think na statistic we go chop.
Naira crisis. APC postpones Tinubu's Oyo rally amidst protests. This one is just like the seat of Yoruba in Southwest, and they were expecting the Tinubu rally to come up, and it was postponed. That's in Ibadan. And I don't know. Naira and fuel scarcity, that same APC-led government that created that for Nigerians, and now you're postponing your major rally because of that. You left it, but you ran to Asorok to go and talk about something else.
APC is such a mess.
Confusion.
Like I feel like the whole structure there is just messed up.
Epitome of confusion.
I'm just so happy about what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Okay, if they were united and speaking with one voice, it would have been a problem.
Exactly.
The house is
would have been a
divided.
one force.
You know, so the house is divided, and it's very difficult for APC to market itself right now. They've
Even in
done
the West.
so badly. Okay, they've done so badly. People are wailing. The people are suffering. The people are living in poverty. I had to queue yesterday for almost 3 hours to buy fuel. People are queuing up to withdraw their own money from the banks. People are going crazy in the banks. They are stripping themselves naked in the banks. They are fighting in the banks. A lot of things are going wrong in this country, and yet APC has the guts to campaign. And people will still show up for those campaign rallies. That's the annoying thing.
We actually have a video in our lineup of a girl explaining why she was going to vote for Tinubu, and what was her reason. Look, it's our turn. It's just basically tribalistic nonsense.
Yeah.
And is this really about tribe or your wellness? Your wellness.
That's why Peter Obi said that once he's made the president of Nigeria by God's grace.
So who are you going to vote for?
A basic education will be free in the country.
Tinubu, me, I want vote for.
Going to vote for? So who are you going to vote for?
Tinubu, me, I want vote for. You know, say na Yoruba.
No, be serious. Who are you voting for?
Toby, thank you. I swear to God, Tinubu, I want vote for. Ballon blow. Bulu, bulu, bulu. Bulaba. Hey, tie ho. Turn this Yahoo boy to manufacture me anniversary. Who you want vote for?
P2B.
Because then I go now.
No, that because say better person. Who are you going to vote for?
Views I could have, but it's interesting how the girl said she is going to vote for Peter Obi.
And he instantly assumed it was for tribalistic reasons because Naibo, and she's like, no. So she as the clip goes on, she's explaining to him why it's not an Igbo thing, and because she believes that that's what will be best for the country.
I will also encourage young persons to read as often as you can.
When
things are happening in the country, just
are you serious right now?
make decisions like this.
Yes, na my Yoruba I go follow. Now I go see Igbo people, I go follow Igbo. Even if you want, if na P2B go make this Nigerian beautiful. I don't be post for Peter Obi. Now my Yoruba I go post for. Where you concern me about Igbo?
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, people still think like this.
You see, the Tinubu supporters fall under two categories from my own understanding. The people who have been bought, and the people who the educational system failed, so they don't know anything.
Exactly.
This guy.
The only point on table is tribal.
Yes,
things.
this guy is probably not even a bad person, or it's not that he doesn't want to. He even still said, "I will vote Bulabia a town hall." He actually said it with his mouth, but then he's like, "Ah, no, I go follow my Yoruba." It's lack of exposure. You know.
And still talking about that, 3 APC governors sue federal government over naira scarcity.
That's still part of the whole thing. That's the division they were talking about.
So after going to Asoro, they came out and sued the record.
Yes.
Wow.
Imagine that.
They are annoyed.
I heard El Rufai is one of those governors.
You see that. You know when
the house is scattered already.
You know the money that they have. You know.
They were right?
You know. So now there's no money on ground to pay the people that will come and vote 50 times one person.
Yeah.
Buhari is really putting shine in their Gary. At least if this is the one thing that he will do before he will
do better. After
all the suffering he has put us through in this country, at least let's it be that that's just what he did, and you know.
Let's take your last words in the show. Let me start with you. Because you know the election is very close, and there are a lot of expectation on the side of INEC, especially someone like me, because if you ask me, 60-70% of Nigerians are standing behind P2B right now. The clock is ticking. And do you think INEC is ready to conduct this election?
Okay, INEC is not 100% ready, but INEC has to be ready before the 25th of February. That's what I can say. And I hope that they will give us credible elections, because if they don't, things can spiral out of control and this country can go up in flames if INEC is not careful. So INEC should be careful not to play partisan politics or play, politics with these elections, because it's a very strategic election. We haven't had this kind of call in our elections since our democracy.
Third party force.
Never. It has never happened.
So
this is a very peculiar election that should be handled carefully. All right. So, but apart from that, the highlight for today for me is the division in the camp of the APC. And I can only hope that it continues. There's the rumor that the president is not backing Abado and co. But we can just see it's evident. It's no more hidden. It's deepening every day.
Yeah.
It's getting worse. So I just pray.
They can't even manage it.
They can't.
Anymore.
They can't.
Out.
When governors are suing federal government in APC, Oshomole is accusing Emefiele of deceiving Buhari.
A grown-up man that was entrusted with the ruling of a nation, deceiving him.
I can't wait to see more. Like, they should continue. All right, so they are doing the war for us. They're doing the battle for us. So we don't even have to do much. We just watch. And another interesting thing about this whole thing, the APC is fighting the PDP. The PDP is fighting the PDP, and the APC is fighting the APC.
Very nice.
And within themselves. Yes.
Very nice.
And Labour Party is just watching and flying and thriving.
Because we have a target. We are going to somewhere. We are united and we are moving forward. We couldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, for me, I think that on the issue of INEC, INEC has been like a concern for people. But here's what I can say. Given the way things are playing out, they've been able to get away with so much because Nigerians have had very minimal participation in their politics.
What's our party?
Yes, we don't really participate and we don't really care. For us, it has always been anything where they give us, we go collect kind of situation. Yeah. If we could help, we would just say, the lesser of both evils. But we're in a day and a time in which Nigerians care a lot about, we are monitoring the outcomes. We have our eyes peeled. So if anybody makes any funny movement, they will be assured of feedback.
Exactly.
You will get feedback. Who has like funny ideas. Nigerians mean you this period. This is not even like you get away with nonsense, or you pull up one decree and say, hey, this one happened or that one happened, or try to scatter things. It's not going to fly. I'm really on that energy of war right now.
Make a little insight about what that lady was saying. She said that if anybody's thinking that Yorubas are going to side Tinubu.
Yeah, that he will not vote for him.
Tell me the feats. Tell me what's happening with you guys over there.
I feel like Yorubas, this in the politics, in this politics game that we've been playing in Nigeria, they are consistently insulting people's intelligence. From tribe to, they think that you can just pull and get everybody into compliance.